Hi everyone. Okay, how's everyone doing? I missed you guys. Okay, I'm back though. I am back. I'm good. I am ready to do this. So, today is Tuesday, but I don't think this video may go up today on Tuesday. It may go up tomorrow, which is Wednesday, because I'm home all day tomorrow. Today is my day. So we are using these two collections. I combined them. So that's what we're using. Yes, you guys, I'm so excited. I get to be home tomorrow. Don't have to do anything. Oh, yay, hallelujah. So, but Thursday I have to, go do stuff and finish up Christmas gifts because, Friday is, did I tell you? I don't think I told you the story. I don't think I did, but if I did, I'm sorry. So, last week, we made plans with the kids. We had everything set. We always go to my parents' Christmas Eve. And my friend Julie, my upline for Stampin' Up, gave me a Christmas gift. And one of them was this new Stampin' Up thing. Whoop. My finger's still messed up, so so sorry. It's not it, it's me. I'm the problem, not the glue thing. So anyways, what was I telling you? Oh my gosh, I get so distracted. Oh my gosh, brain fog. So what was I telling you? Oh gosh, you guys. Oh, that's what it was. So my husband and I, we thought, I don't know, we made plans with the kids, everything, Christmas Eve, all that stuff. But I guess, I don't know why, because my husband has been in the service, in the fire department service for 24 years. And this is the first year that we've ever just assumed he was off both days. We did not catch that, and I don't know why, you guys. He is never off both days, pretty much never. And if he has been, it's only been once or twice in his career where he's had, well, okay, yes, that he's had to work. But when he was younger, of course, the older guys would trade with him and work his Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, because when we had, our young kids and stuff, so they would do that. And Tim has done that now a few years. It's like our turn to, pay it forward for the young kids that are coming in now that have their young ones in. And so Tim will trade them their days. And so this was our event, and this is our crafty event. This is my good friend Rosie and Shelly. And they are both the best women and most honest women you will ever meet. And they are just so wonderful, so amazing, so generous. And these things right here are what Rosie made every single attendee. She custom made them with their names on them, our names on them, and then decorations. And then inside she put gifts for everybody. So these were like table mate gifts for all 20 of us at our Be Crafty event, and it was the most generous, just amazing thing ever. And so we're having another event in March, and she's co-hosting with T, myself, Shelly, and Tara, and I'm like so looking forward to seeing what she's doing and what she's creating. She is the most creative person I know also. And she is amazing, you guys. Like truly one of those just people who can build you sunshine out of, like dryer lint. She really can. So it's amazing. This was my area, and I will tell you what, I am not going to do this again next year. I am not going to bring my stuff. I will be sewing because it's a crafty event, so you can bring whatever you want. You can bring your macrame if you want. It doesn't matter. It's whatever your heart desires. My two other friends, they brought their sewing, and that's what I'm going to do next year. I'm bringing my sewing stuff because I want to do that instead, because I didn't really get much done because, you're just talking and just, chit-chatting away and just being good. And that was my area, and I brought everything, but I didn't really get much done, so that kind of sucked. So I'm not going to do that, but I will bring my sewing stuff, and I will have a blast with that. So let's see how this works. And Oh goodness, let's see. Technical difficulties is me. Am I doing anything wrong here? Let's see. Maybe it needs to be on a flatter surface. Yeah, it needs to be on a flat surface. And so, so what was I saying? Oh my gosh, you guys, I don't have a brain right now. Don't have a brain. It's a little lost. And, what was I telling you though? Oh, so anyway, I was telling you about the Be Crafty event. But, and then this theme next year will be a circus themed. So that's going to be even more fun because I can't wait to start collecting for it. So, okay. Oh, it's going. I can't see it. So that's the problem. So it's going. So look at, oh, well, let me put this down. So Tim bought me a knife as a gift. And it was so special. I can't take it out because it's a felony, but you can have it at your house. You just can't keep it on your person. But if you can see really well, it sprinkles. It's a donut knife, but it's almost like a switchblade. And in California, you can't have that one. But look at this squirrel. So that's a Spellbinder's little die cut. And that right there is a Pip Sticks, because you know how I get the monthly Pip Sticks? That is a knife from one of the sets. And so I added it to the squirrel. And I was just like laughing my butt off. I really was. I just got a kick out of that. So I'm okay with that. I just thought it was hilarious. So yeah. So anyway, so... Okay, so anyways, Tim works. See, so I remember. So we end up finding out, I was like, dude, you work Christmas Day. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I know. I was like, oh, shoot. Because we had made arrangements with the kids. We had told them, what do you want, breakfast or dinner? Because they have to go with Matt's family also. And so we said, last year we had dinner. So your choice. What do you want to do? And they chose breakfast. And it was like, okay, no problem. And then we were like, well, we kind of hit a snafu, boys and girls. So then they're like, okay. And I was like, okay, well, we can do it on the 23rd, which, when the first responder family, just like a military family, even retail, the ones guaranteed though to work those days are military and first responders. They're guaranteed. So then they and anybody who, if there's a storm out, the linemen, things like that. So not taking away, not just saying that, firefighter, police and all that are work, nurses, everybody, okay? And so there are people who work. And so basically what I'm saying is that 365 days out of the year, those are the people who have to work, right? Okay, that's all. Yeah. So anyways, like Tim says, everybody's an essential worker, so everybody is. Yes, this is true. So, but anyways, so so Matt has to work. And so we're like, okay, we can do this, babe. I said on the 23rd, we can have our Christmas and do presents and do, breakfast. And if you want, we can do dinner. And she's like, yeah, let's do it. So it was like, okay, so now we went from just having breakfast to now having dinner also. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So, and kids cost a fortune. It doesn't matter if they're 2 years old or 30 years old, which, by the way, my daughter just turned 30 years old. I was so excited. She just turned 38. I turned 48 3 weeks ago. She just turned 30 years old on the 15th. And that is so cool. And so now I have a 30-year-old, and this is her in one of her trainings for her class. And it was so cool because they wrote on, they put it on Instagram. And so anyway, so then I'm going to get past this story. That way I can go on a different story that I can remember a little bit more well, apparently, or, something. I don't know. I'm just all over the place. Just, you guys are used to this too. And like I always say, if I missed a story and didn't finish it, just let me know in the comments and I'll go back to it and I'll write it down, that way I can remember what I was telling you guys, and then I totally forgot. But but anyway, so then her birthday, we talked about her birthday, and what were we saying? We were talking about the retreat, the guys working. Oh yeah, so now they said, okay, let's do the 23rd for us. And so now we're having Christmas on Friday. And then Cordell said he still wants to come over on Sunday. So it'll be just Cordell and I'm so excited about that. He wants to spend the night. So I said, okay, dude, let's do it. What do you want? And he goes, and I said, what do I cook that you miss? And, you know, I don't cook anymore, you guys. I don't cook, I don't bake. So I'm kind of nervous about that. But he's all, Mom, he's all, I really would like some of your shrimp fried rice. And I'm like, oh, I forgot I even made that stuff, you guys. I forgot I even cooked like that, because you know, Cordell hasn't been here in a year and a half, about a year and a half, and so I haven't cooked in that long, you know, of a time, and because we always had Chinese food or soups or stews when Tim was working, because that's not his favorite, and it's mine and Cordell's. And so I always cooked that stuff when Tim was working. Well, I don't cook it anymore because I don't cook anything like that anymore. And so when he told me that, I was like, oh wait. And then I was like, oh, okay, I remember how. Okay. So I said, okay, we'll get some orange chicken from like Costco, and we'll just have a Chinese food night. And he's like, yeah, he's like, let's do it, Mom. And I'm like, okay. So, and I always, the thing is, I always cook and he always washes dishes. So, that's just what we had our kids do, you know. And so anytime I cook, that's what happens. And so I'll cook and then he'll clean and wash dishes. It's great. And, but, so we're looking forward to that. And Tim will be at work, so he'll be home on the 26th. Cheyenne and Matt. So the day that I was at the retreat, let's change the subject now. So, well, anyways, 23rd is our Christmas with the kids, all three of my kids, and my husband and myself. Saturday is Christmas Eve. We always go to my parents, so I'll be with my mom, dad, my brother. And then Sunday, I'll just be with Cordell, because Cheyenne will be with Matt's family. So yeah, so it's going to be fun. And I hope you guys have a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate, I hope you have a very wonderful Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, so, you know, at least we can eat well, right? Even if you don't celebrate. So, and if you do Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah, I think it is. I don't know, but I think that's what the right thing to say. So I don't mean to offend anyone if it's not. But so anyway, so yeah, so change of plans, but it ended up working out. So, which is good, because Cheyenne, Matt bought Cheyenne for Christmas. He did good this year, you guys. He did really, really good. He finally did good. He got a Disneyland park hopper tickets, and they're going to go park hopping for Disney's California Adventure and Disneyland on the 26th. So they'll be over there. They're going to fly up for the day, like 6 in the morning. They're flying over there, and then their flight back home is like at 10 at night, because Cheyenne, she's off of the academy for 2 weeks, but she's still, you know, a police officer. So she has to go work at the department, and so they have training and all that stuff too. So she'll be doing that. Well, we were at the retreat. These guys were off shooting. They were off shooting and having fun too, so that was really cool. So they took Tim out, and they were excited to be with him, so that was cool. And he got to shoot a lot of his guns, because Matt is actually a range master, and so he has the keys to the range. And that's a nice perk for my husband. So it's one of those, like, Cheyenne, you better not break up with him. So that was the running joke for you know, a year, for a few months during the first of their year together. They've been together almost 2 years, you guys. Can you believe that? Crazy, huh? But yeah, so they're going out to Disneyland for the day. So excited about that for them. But yeah, we're just cruising it, you guys. Yeah, not doing anything else. I have my PL, I have this one done, and I have 3 weeks done, because I have this one and then 2 more done. So I've been rocking it. But I updated my phone, and now I can't access my pictures to print them out. So I have to wait till Tim gets home. Remind me to do that, to ask him, because he had to fix the last ones. This is us, of course, napping, and there's the babies all. There's Dor, there's Cat, and there's Ashies, and they're all just sleeping. So I thought this was going to be like a really quick video, but apparently not. So I thought I didn't have that many embellishments, but apparently I must. So I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, you guys. So Cheyenne's birthday, I'll tell you, because I have pictures, of course, but by the time I get to December, it won't be until next year. So then let me just tell you the story now, because the story is worth telling. So I put it wrong. Oh, good. I can put it here. That's Talwin snoring, by the way. So, yes. Cheyenne's birthday was last week. We went to celebrate her birthday on Saturday. Well, the 17th. So we had breakfast, and then we went out, and then later on, we have a place used to be called Bonfanti Gardens. Now it is called Gilroy Gardens, and that is like 30 minutes away from where we live. And so my friend works there. She gave me free complimentary tickets to get in. So look at, they're all touching the pillow, the bed, but no one is laying in it. So she gave that to Tim and I. So it was really awesome of her. So we got free tickets. But we also have a place in San Jose called Christmas in the Park. And Cheyenne was like, Mom, can we go to Christmas in the Park? Let's go to dinner, sushi, and go to Christmas in the Park. And I said, well, babe, why don't we go instead to dinner, but we can go to Bonfanti Gardens, or it's not Bonfanti Gardens, Gilroy Gardens, and we can look at all the lights and stuff, because it's called a Festival of Lights or something like that. And so she's like, oh, that'd be cool. Okay, I'll go with the twins, the cousins, to Christmas in the Park on Friday with them. And I go, okay, cool. And so I'm not going to finish this. Okay, it's not going to. Well, let me see. Hold on, because it's going to stick and it's going to screw up everything. It's okay. I'll just keep talking to you. And so she goes, okay, cool. And then so she bought her and Matt her tickets, because she had to pay, because I couldn't get any more free tickets, right? And so it was cool. So $50 each. They got in, no problem. Okay, so we're it's nighttime. We went to, because we wanted to go to the light show, so see the lights and stuff. And so after dinner, we went over there. So it was, about 6:30 by the time we got there. They closed like at 9. So we got there at 6:30, and we started going around the park, and you get to go on the rides and stuff. And it's not like a big theme park. It's more like a kiddie theme park, and but we haven't been there in 20 years. Like literally 20 years. And my little bad butts, they're so awesome. Now, I want you to notice something. Look at their fingers. You see their fingers? That is because they know how to use guns. They're good gun owners. You never put your finger on the trigger. And so you see that is training right there, guys. That right there is someone who knows what they're doing and how to handle the gun. So you're not supposed to put your finger on the trigger. That's what I'm telling you. So anyway, so then and so we went there. We were having a good time, we were laughing, and I love the fact that my kids love being with us. And this is, last year we were in Colorado for Cheyenne's birthday, so we got to kick back with them last year. It was cool. And so, and this year they wanted to be with us again, and I thought that was really, it makes me feel really special. It really does. It makes me feel like they actually like us and love us, because they, you know, of course they could say they're busy and not have time for us, and you know, and that's okay, because Tim and I are homebodies, so it wouldn't bother us. We know that they have a lot of friends. We know that they're really, you know, they get asked out a lot, you know, things like that. So it's doesn't bother us any. But to purposely, you know, want to do things with us is just such a great feeling, you guys. It really is. And it's, you know, because your kids are not supposed to be your friends when they're young. They're supposed to learn, you know, they're supposed to be good people and not be you're not supposed to be buddy with your kids when they're younger, you know. Personal opinion, okay? And because there's boundaries, and there's boundaries. Like my in-laws, their kids will tell their dad that, you know, he's like a beluga whale, and they'll tell him how stupid he is and everything else, and I'm like, wait, what? So there is no respect there whatsoever. So that really is just crazy to me, and that is something we've never tolerated, things like that. And so so there was boundaries, and so to have my kids be friends with us now is so amazing, and it's just such a wonderful feeling. It really is. And I just feel so grateful that they understand us and that they're okay, they like hanging out with us, and that's pretty darn cool. And well, Matt more for Tim. Because I'm more of a, you know, I'm more of a jerk than, you know, because I make fun of him and stuff, and I'm relentless, and, you know, just you know, poking at him every so often, you know, just having a good time. And he's, you know, a cop, so he takes it because he's, you know, he'll dish it back out and stuff, and it's just fun. It's good-natured fun, and it's neat because, you know, to be around people who aren't offended about everything. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful. But anyway, so we had a really good time. But okay, check this out. So they have a train, you guys. They have a train. And if you watch my channel, you know that I'm a germaphobe. I really am a big time germaphobe. And so everything freaks me out. Well, so we're in this train, and they're not cast members because they're not Disneyland employees, but the employees direct you to each cart of the train. They go to each cart and then put you in, go to the next one, put you in. So they direct you. And at the hotel, I had a big old pool tub, and I was like, so I read, and I was reading my book, and I was like, this is bliss. So that, you know, I was enjoying that too. And so we were freaking in front of 2 kids and 2 parents. Okay, not a problem. Like 5 minutes, you guys, 5 minutes until we were done and getting off that train. And you know, we were almost 5 minutes from being done with the train, and about maybe 15 minutes away from being done with the park, because we were near the end. Well, next thing I know, I hear this big old, you know, with her lips. The little girl with her lips, and she does that with her lips like a raspberry, but then she purposely spits, and it lands on the back of my freaking neck, you guys. It lands on my neck, and I am so livid because I got out the sanitizer. I was like, what in the hell? You know what the mom says behind me? Well, she goes, because I got the sanitizer and I was mad, and I wasn't saying anything, but I got the sanitizer and was like, what in the heck? And she's like, well, what do you expect? You're at a kids park. I was like, are you kidding me? I was like flabbergasted, you guys. I know that you guys are as old as I am and are, I don't think anybody who watches me is like in their 20s, so I think you guys would understand more. But not that the 20s on here wouldn't either. I'm just saying that I think it's older people who watch, right? So if you're in your 20s and you watch, please let me know. Or if you think this was acceptable, please let me know, because I'm kind of curious. So I'm like, I've gone to Disneyland for 30 freaking years and I've never had a kid spit on me before, ever. So what? And so she was like, and so that's what she says. And the dad goes, he goes, well, he goes, sorry. He goes, she didn't know. And I was like, thank you. And I was like so mad, you guys. I was so fuming that. And then what ended up happening, which I was going to get off the train because I was in front of them, and it's cute, and it's like, you know, a small train, and I'm a big girl, so I can't just turn around, and I'm not going to fight anyone with my back to them. But what ended up getting me so livid, and I was, you know, I was prepared to get off the train and confront them because the dad starts saying, "Ha, you put he's all, you spit out COVID. Ha, you have COVID. Ha ha, you got COVID. Ha ha." And I was like, that's what he's telling his little girl. He's it's okay. He's you're fine. It was an accident. He's but you know, you're just spreading your COVID on everybody. And I was like, oh wow, you guys want to talk about like so fuming. So yeah, so I put my, because I tell you guys, I honest with you guys, I have a bad temper and I do not mind confrontation. So I was ready to get out of the train and I was going to confront them because I'm not going to do it with my back turned. But they freaking jammed so fast. The dad jammed so fast. And so he knew, I think he sensed that what was going to go down and he freaking booked it. So when they got off the train, but I was telling Tim, I go, for one, I am a parent. For another, my kid is in front of me. So because she's my kid and we're at a kid park, it's okay for her to turn around and spit on you, right? If that's your logic, right? So because, I mean, she's my kid. Why can't she? So the Matt and Shy were in front of us. So, and they were cold and tired and they didn't hear what was going on. And so I told Tim, I go, you know how a mature adult does something like this? The minute she spit on somebody, this is what you do as a parent and as an adult. You go, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. She's little. She did not know. We're so sorry. Turn to your little girl and go, okay, this is not, and talk to her in a calm and even voice. This is not acceptable. You cannot spit on people. That is not a nice thing to do. We are going to go home, or you have a timeout, whatever you believe in, you have that mount. This is a learning experience for you as a parent and for you as a human being and for you as basically a decent human being and as a parent. You just, I know I said all that, but I'm just like, you have an opportunity there to be flabbergasted, humble, and just sorry. And they didn't. They didn't. This is what you get for being at a kid's park. I'm like, no kidding, you guys. Like, flat out, no joke. That is exactly what they did. So, yeah, and that is what is being raised right now. That is that generation right now. So, not only do you not discipline your kid, but then you make fun, and then you brush it off as it's no big deal. That it's your fault. It's your fault for being at a kid's park. That's your logic. Oh, that's all the stuff that she put in there. So, yeah. Talk about just, oh, yeah. So I tried to get out of the train fast enough, but Tim was kind of in the way, and I feel like Tim knew, but was trying to, because my husband and my daughter don't like confrontation, but they're not scared of it. They just don't like it. But for Tim, I think it was just one of those, like, he knew I was just going to go off on them. And if it was not a good thing. And, you know, even if I wasn't a germaphobe, I'm still a person who just got spit on by your freaking kid. And it doesn't matter how old they are, you still don't you still apologize, and you know, yeah, you know, you guys, I'm sure you guys are, you know what I mean. I don't have to repeat myself. I'm sure you know what I mean. But yeah, so that's what happened to me. And I was just like, just 5 minutes, you guys, from getting off the train, and about 15 from going home. And I'm like, this is what happens. Oh, talk about awful. Talk about awful, you guys. Not happy at all. And so that marred a little bit of our experience there. But I mean, it wasn't, I wouldn't go there anyways. I wouldn't go back. I would probably go back for the Festival of the Lights, but I would not like go out of my way to go there. It's never been our thing. That's how come we didn't take our kids. We always went to Disneyland when the carnival came into town. That was their sign in front, Rosie and Shelly's sign. Isn't that cute? We always took them to Disneyland because we're like, we're just Disneyland people, you guys. And at that time, we lived 4 to 5 hours away from Disneyland, you know, back in the day when the kids were younger. So it was no big deal for us to drive up for the day. Plus, we were young. But now, you know, you're talking 6 to 7 hours, you know, to get over there because of all the traffic and all the cars and everything else. So it's not, luckily, you know, our kids enjoy Disneyland back in the day. So and of course now we just fly up for the day because we don't want to drive anymore. But yeah, so anyways, that was not a cool thing. Just how horrible are parents nowadays. I just don't know. I just don't know what this world is coming to. And it's sad and it's horrific. It really is. It really is. So yeah, blame other people instead of blaming your kid or yourselves. So sad. But anyways, so that is Talwyn, you guys, if you can hear her. Yeah. So okay, so let me start saying, I'll take this off since I forgot to start saying, because I have a lot of comments. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it so much. Let me see, Barbara Haish, you got so much to catch up on. I'm glad you're back though. That's really sweet of you to come back and start watching all the videos again. So I appreciate you being here. So take your time. Same old stuff, just different pictures. And Serenity in Him. Oh yeah, chronic pain. Oh yeah, chronic pain sucks. It really does. It's so awful because it's just so draining. It really is. It's just so draining. It's never ending. It just wants to shut you down, and oh yeah, it sucks. So I feel for you, and I hope you're having fun with your December daily though. That sounds like really a lot of fun. I didn't do a December daily, and I just didn't even attempt it this year, but you know, I'll make my PL work for me for my December daily. So that'll be fun too. Let's get this over. So I'm just going to fiddle because that way I can talk to you guys still. And then the cross stitch. Oh yes, you know, I'm so glad you guys are, you know, picking up the cross stitch. And Christina, I'm so glad that you are too. And yes, you can do it. You can totally do it. You'll have fun. So I'm glad you bought one. And yeah, a small one is the way to go. That's for sure. So I'm so happy for you. And then so then Christina Folk and Denise Wright. I'm so sorry about your husband, Denise. That's just, oh, I'm so sorry for him. I hope he is a lot better now, and I hope he will make it. So, oh, that's horrible. Is he the one who also lost his taste buds from COVID and still doesn't have it back like me? I'm not sure if he's the same one or not. And then, yeah, our hospital. Our hospital here in Hollister has lost their contract with our doctor with Anthem Blue Cross. They are no longer contracted. They filed for bankruptcy, and more than likely our hospital is shutting down. So that is what's happening in our town. So yeah, so it just, we have to go out of town to see doctors, which is horrible for the people who don't drive out of this town. So I can only imagine that they're not able to get the care they need. And that's, I can't believe our world lets that happen, you know, with hospitals and stuff. It's just asinine. It really is. It's just asinine. So, but yeah, so we have no health care here in our own town. We have to leave. And we better not need to go to the hospital because then our insurance won't pay for it. So, scary times, you guys. Scary times indeed. So it's not a good look for hospitals and insurance companies, and oh, goodness gracious. So this is Make Your Own Magic. It was a simple title card, but you know what? I liked it, and I was okay with it. So yeah, so big hugs, big loves to everybody. I hope you guys all have a very Merry Christmas, and like I said, if you don't celebrate, have a good day. You know, that's okay too. And if someone says Merry Christmas and you don't believe, you know what? Just say thank you. It's not a big deal. It won't hurt you, I promise. So just say thank you and call it someone being nice to you, and it's okay. So you guys have a Merry, Merry Christmas. And I miss you, and I cannot wait to be back. I have 2 more layouts to go, but I will not be back this week. I know that for sure. So I will see you all next week. So bye, guys. Much love.